Hey folks, this is Jeff from This Week with JTT, and I'm going to do some commentary on one video by this person on this group called Blue Facts. Shout out to them. I can provide a link for them. Subscribe to them. This one's called "I Got Pregnant When Hubby Was Deployed and Wanted to Raise It With Him, but he took one look and gone." So it sounds like this woman had an affair on her husband, who was most likely a soldier, but expecting to raise the baby even though it's not his. Ladies, you do realize if you had an affair with your husband and got pregnant with another dude, you should not be surprised he wanted nothing to do with you. But anyway, without further ado, let's start the video.
Hello, welcome to Blue Fact. Please like this video and subscribe. Blue Facts. Here is my story. Story 1. My colleague got me pregnant while my husband was stationed abroad. Now, my husband wants to divorce me and leave me with nothing in my heavily pregnant state. I, 25-year-old female, have been married to my military husband, 32, for the past 2 years. We met at a restaurant near a military base on a trip with my family. My dad approached a table with men in military uniform and said something to them, and he hit it off with my dad, who's a veteran. Later into our dining, my dad introduced him to our family, and our tables joined. We kept eyeing each other the whole time. In respect of my father's presence, he didn't ask me out or ask for my number at the table. Instead, he slipped me his number under the table. I contacted him and we started talking. We tied the knot about 6 months into dating. I know this might seem like a short time of knowing each other before such a huge commitment, but we just knew that we were meant for each other. When we got married, we got a house from the government, one of the many benefits of being in the military, and being a military spouse. A year ago, my husband got drafted. Before leaving, he sat me down and we talked about how we were going to communicate, how he was leaving his cards to me so that I could take care of the finances and his parents while he was gone. We talked about the future, what to expect, and our hope for building a family and how excited he was to be a dad. When he left, we kept in contact as we talked about, and we were doing this long-distance thing quite well.
Okay, just so you know, this woman knew that her future husband or husband is a soldier. And somewhere down the line, he's going to be drafted. He's going to need to do his duty. So it should be no surprise this is going to happen. So technically, you can't say this came out of nowhere. Like I said, long-distance relationships are not easy. Trust me, I know. But if you have a willing partner who will work with you, and most importantly, who's faithful and loyal to you, it'll be fine. Let's continue on, please.
It was great to see his face and talk, but it was lonely. Seeing his face on a screen at certain times of the day was not enough. I wanted to be touched, I needed to be held, and he wasn't there. Sometime later, my company hired a new guy, and I had to show him the ropes. He was handsome, consistent, and always showed interest in me. Initially, I resisted his advances and clearly stated that I was happily married, which he didn't seem to care about.
Okay, number one, there's a new person, and all of a sudden he's into you, want to get close to you. You're married, but you miss your husband. You miss being touched. Okay, ladies, this is a very big red flag. You gotta make a choice right then and there. Either A, you're going to be a good wife, double down, 10 toes deep, be faithful to your husband, or you're going to take the direction this woman's about to take. Watch, and you see what I'm talking about.
Later, his small actions of bringing me snacks, inviting me to dinner, just talking, and slight touches got to me. I was lonely, touch-starved, and I missed my husband. One night after our usual dinners, we had a bit to drink, and he kissed me. I kissed him back. I came to my senses and ran off. I felt so good.
Alcohol. Of course. That's all it takes. Alcohol, that feeling of loneliness, yeah. That's how it starts.
Guilty afterward that I couldn't face my husband in our video calls. What made me feel even guiltier was the fact that after, I couldn't stop fantasizing about my colleague and our kiss and what it could have been. I tried avoiding him at work, but it was impossible. He came to me and apologized for making me uncomfortable, and we talked. One thing led to another, and we kissed again. We were not able to deny.
together initially. It's definitely crazy.
Let's take this house and everything that comes with it.
That was, by the way, the trailer for The Continental. Just so you know. Pretty crazy, pretty wild. Hold on a sec.
So we agreed on a purely sexual relationship. We would meet up in secrets. Initially, we started at motels, then each other's houses. It was pure ecstasy. Yesterday, I found out that I was 3 months pregnant. I fought the unstable moods, sensitive nose, nausea.
So, on top of having an affair, she having an affair unprotected. Yeah, you know how this is going to end, folks. It won't be pretty. Okay?
And weight gain were due to lack of sleep, stress, and unhealthy eating habits that I had developed due to the pressure and busy schedule at work. I eventually went to see a doctor about these symptoms and found out that I was pregnant and had just finished my first trimester. I'm shocked and scared. There's no way that it's my husband's. I haven't been with my husband for almost a year. He'll know that I cheated if he sees me. What do I do? How do I hide this? Update: 2 months ago, I posted a story on getting pregnant by my colleague while my military husband was drafted and stationed abroad. Well, I couldn't do anything about the baby because it had already passed the first trimester, so I'm pretty pregnant as I speak. My husband came to surprise me for my birthday 2 months ago. He was not supposed to be back for another 3 months, and I...
Yeah. Things is going to get interesting.
Hadn't yet mustered up the courage to tell him I was pregnant. To say that he was shocked and angered to find me pregnant would be an understatement, but what caught me off guard was the complete and utter disgust that he displayed. He threw a fit, breaking things and ruining the decorations for my birthday, and was scolding me in front of my birthday guests. After that, he left in a rage, and I haven't seen him since.
Okay, understand this. Your husband, who he trusted completely to be faithful and loyal to him, and he came to surprise you for your birthday. Come to find out you've been knocked up. And the man's not stupid. He knows that's not his kid. So what do you think? The man went, for his country to sacrifice. And what do? You give him the desires. You let a man have his way with you, unprotected, of course. Having an affair alone was not enough, but you got to get pregnant by one of your colleagues, and you're shocked to surprise that he responded like that. Can I tell you something? That's one of the best case scenarios. It could turn way, way worse. Please keep that in mind. Next.
We all tried calling. None of us can reach him, including his parents. We're all worried and have no idea where he is and what state he's in. We even called shelters, hospitals, and police stations. Nothing. I just need a chance to explain. Edit: this is not a good edit. A week after my husband went missing, his parents called mine and told them not to worry. He called and told them he was safe. Even they, his parents, refused to talk to me and are asking my parents to persuade me to sign the divorce papers. He sent them after all I've done for them while their son was away. I was the one that took care of them and made sure that they were okay.
Let me get this straight. You had an affair with your husband. Got knocked up by by one of your co-workers. And you sound shocked, surprised he wants a divorce, and you say, like, how could he? After what I did? Are you serious? You sound like because you took care of the house and his parents, you sound entitled. How can you sound entitled after now that you cheated your husband, you got pregnant by another man? Are you serious? Selfish and entitled. Unbelievable.
I feel so betrayed by their behavior. Why doesn't he come here himself so that we can talk about this like adults? It doesn't have to end this way. How could he treat me like this in the state that I'm in? He's always wanted to be a dad.
You're right. He wanted to be a dad, but here's a problem. That is not his kid. That is not his kid. Why you keep thinking like because while I'm pregnant, someone got to take care of it? Yeah, let it be the guy who knocked you up, not the father who didn't knock you up. Now I see why men are not so quick to get married. To all the military men and women, if you have a partner who you don't trust, do yourself a favor. Wait till you're not being deployed anymore. Wait till you retire and all that. Or at least make sure the person, your partner, the person you're planning to marry, is serving in the same, military branch as you. So that way, when you both leave, it'd be a little less complicated.
Now that there's a blessing in our lives, he wants to abandon me. If we divorce, do I lose the house?
Okay, time out. Blessing for who? Maybe for you, but not for the husband. That's be a constant reminder of his wife's infidelity. Don't you get it? So selfish. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable.
I can't believe he wants me to end up in the streets while I'm pregnant. Final update. Update, it's been a while since I last updated. I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. Her biological dad got a promotion and hightailed out of there as soon as he could. He couldn't handle the whispers and stares we got at work. Well, neither could I, so I quit being jobless and
Okay, so once again, she make it sound like it's a great thing and all that, but guess what? The husband earned the right to demand a divorce, plain and simple. But yet she make it sound like, what's the big deal? The big deal, you betrayed him. You were not faithful. You were not loyal. So you should not be surprised he wants out.
divorced. Yes, he divorced me. I had to find a way to take care of my baby. That's why I sued my husband for child support, and I won child support and got to keep the house.
Okay, this gotta be fake. There's no way you can sue your husband for child support if the kid's not his. I could promise you, this man said, okay, DNA. I want a paternity test. I don't know what state they're in, because usually the military, if the military got paid for child support, they say, get the kid guy get swabbed and get tested to see if he's the father or not. Something's not right. This cannot be real. If it's real, some snaky lawyer, like I said, that just bothers me, and I know it must have bothered a lot of other people, especially men.
He paid for since he bought me out of it. I still feel cheated, though. He makes way more than he's paying for child support, and he refuses to meet the baby. I'm currently talking to a lawyer to
Okay, refuse to make, it's not his kid. What part of that don't you get? That's not his kid. I don't get that. What are you trying to do? Guilt him to stay? No, it don't work like that. You really hurt this man. He probably prided himself like, can't wait to get home, start a family, have a future. You, because you can't control yourself and all that stuff, you pretty much like was disloyal, unfaithful, and guess what? You got knocked up by another man who hightailed it. He didn't want responsibility, so go for the man who you married. Well, he was married. He divorced you. I hope that if this was real, I hope the man got talk to his lawyer so that way he'd have to deal with it. Or he probably say, you know what? Let me be a good man. Give her some money so that way she'll be totally in the dark, won't be in trouble. He probably like maybe try to be a good man, but she's pushing her luck with him. She is.
take him to court again to have the child support increased since I don't have a job anymore and cannot live the lifestyle that I'm used to and want to live. But my lawyer said...
Live the lifestyle she's... Oh, let me guess, because she used to live in a high life now and all that, and she's jobless. That's not his fault. That's your fault. That is your fault. You know, the moment you decide to be unfaithful, that falls on your shoulders, not his. So entitled, unreal, and delusional.
Says it's a moot point, especially considering he isn't even the real father. My lawyer says not to press my luck, but I really, really need the money. I just want to take care of my child, our child, to the best of my ability.
Did she just say our child? Like his? Lady, you are purely delusional. The delusion is strong in this one here. Oh my goodness.
Story 2. I need some input from someone who's gone through a similar situation. Some backstory.
Okay. long story short, that was the end of that one, but it started to another story. But long story short, why are you so surprised that, man, right now, men are not going to take this line down. Once upon a time, a woman comes back pregnant in a situation like that, the man try to be, you know what, I'll try and man up. But now man's like, why should I? He wants his kid coming from his loins, not from another man's loins. Are you serious? I'm sick and tired of women saying, like, well, if you're a man, take another man's child. How about he have kids of his own? What's so horrible about that? And that screams of selfishness and entitlement. I'm just done with this. Okay, what's your feeling and reaction to this, though? This got me a little triggered, so how do you feel about this? Please leave your comments and let me know. Okay, folks. Peace.